Once the API management is deployed, we go to the resource to start configuring our endpoints. For that, we need to go to the APIs, and the first thing we need to do is to select the API and protocol that is going to be HTTP. And here's where we're going to be configuring each of our services. Let's start by security. In the security, we need to choose the protocol that is what is running and select the external API for security. Go back. Let's go to Insomnia. Let's go to management environment. And as we can see in our local, we have a base URL that is the API, and we're gonna add this one to each of our services in Azure. Then the suffix is gonna be added into the base URL to call the APIs. For the case, it's gonna be security. So when we call the base URL, it is gonna call this URL that we are having in this field. And as you can see here, we have the API, but we still need to add one more thing, that is the other value in the URL, that in this case is out. For that, we need to go to the operations and add a new operation. This one is gonna be called get token. This is I don't remember, this is a post operation, and the resource is gonna be out. We save this, we go to the settings, and we disable the security based on the subscription, so we don't need a subscription key. We save this, and once it's deployed, we can call it. We just go to the base URL, copy this URL, and paste it in the management. We replace this, and we are ready to go. We call the security by using the management and not found. That means that for some reason I misconfigured something. So the security still working. We go to the design, check the operation. This is fine. We save this, go to the settings again. This is my error. I copied the wrong API. We'll replace this, we save this, and we are ready to go again. Will I copy security? Yes. 190. Security. and go to the design and go to operation. It should be working now. Now it's working. It wasn't saved before. Okay, let's continue by adding a new API. It's gonna be for the account. HTTP. Let's make sure we copy the right IP for the account. Account. So remember, this one is gonna be calling this web service URL, and we still need to add the suffix, that is the account. So we create this. We go to the management. So we replace the account, and remember we still need to add the account here to match the URL, and we add the operation. Gonna put get account, get operation, and the resource is gonna be /account. Save. Remove the subscription key, and retry. Get account. It's working. Let's go to the transaction. If you're not sure about the URL that you need to use, you can go here to test, select the transaction you want to test, and you have here the URL that you need to call. So let's add a new IP. You want even for transactions. HTTP is the protocol. Let's copy the IP for the transaction. API transaction. And here we have two operations. One is for the deposit. Deposit. And this is a post operation with a new operation that is going to be withdraw. It's a post, and we save this. And we're going to apply this setting for all the operations. So we select all operations, go to settings, and we disable the subscription key, and we save that. And let's go to management, environments, so transaction withdrawal. We call the deposit, and we couldn't find it. This is the URL that we need to be calling. And we go to the insomnia, we edit here. but actually, if everything is going to be a transaction here, we need to edit something else. In our transactions design, we go to the deposit and we need to add transaction deposit, and for withdraw we do the same. It should work now. Let's go to the report. For the history. History, we create this one, we add an operation of history, and for this one we need to change to get by ID. Because if we change to Kubernetes, we can see that this one is working fine. And we need to add here the ID that is going to be sent into the request parameter. We save this, we go to the settings, disable the subscription key, and we're ready to test. Did I change the URL? No. Remember, this one is going to replace until the API here, and we need to add the rest of the URL. This one should work like this. The source not found. and this time it's working. Let's go to same to fix it, deposit and withdraw. We copy the deposit transaction. We go to the transaction settings. The transaction is the one that we need to be calling to the API. We go to the design, fix the deposit, and we save this. We go to test. And this is the URL it should be calling. And it should be the same for the withdraw. Did I copy something wrong? Let's see, let's go to the user management, Kubernetes, and let's make a deposit. So the server is working, and we are calling this API. The URL is correct. Let's go to see if something is wrong in the transaction settings. And this is fine. The subscription key is deactivated. Let's change the suffix to just transaction. So in the deposit, we're going to be calling the transaction deposit exactly as it is. We go to test. This is going to be calling until the API, and then transaction deposit. If we go to manage environment, management deposit, Kubernetes using management. Oh, it's working now. And transaction withdraw, it's working. And that is how we can set up the API management, and also how fix issues going into the design settings and testing.